Oh, hi guys, welcome to the latest episode of Cricket Draft Insights. I recently posted a video that featured a few players who I think are really worth considering for a place in your squad in the T20 Blast. Those players Benny Howell, Shaheen Shah Afridi and Michael Bracewell. And I just wanted to talk about those players in a bit more detail. Benny Howell, he's left Gloucestershire to rejoin Hampshire. A really canny, slower bowler, brave to bowl slow. He's got an outstanding record, takes wickets, good economy. He can hold the bat a bit too. I think it's criminal that he hasn't played for England. He's also eligible to play for France, which is kind of of interest to me. I don't know if they've ever contacted him. He did play for England Lions last year. But unfortunately, he just hasn't been able to get in the actual squad, which I think is a great shame because I think he's a really exciting, proven player who merits that recognition, and he's set to be in my squad for the T20 Blast. The other player I touched upon is Shaheen Shah Afridi. Now, those of you who communicated with me on Twitter will know that, you're probably amazed that I'm considering such a good player because, I'm normally drawn towards some obscure players. But this guy is obviously really exciting. Left arm bowling, whether it's pace or spin, has a history of being extremely effective in the T20 Blast. This guy is about 166k, so he's one of the most expensive players, but he also seems very popular. Worth noting that Nottinghamshire only played once in the first game week. He had a really encouraging Pakistan Super League recently. He's won that competition, I think, a couple of times. And worth noting, so he's listed as a bowler, but he did send himself up the order a few times in the PSL. I think he made a 50, a 40 odd. I think the other day he made a quick fire 20 odd for Pakistan in the one dayers against New Zealand. And I look at Nottinghamshire's order, they've got a few expensive options, Colin Munro, Alex Hales, etc. But I think there's the opportunity that Afridi might go up the order a bit, could get you some runs as well as wickets. And of course, there's no risk because he's a bowler. So there's no minus 25 duck risk. And he's taking his wickets in Pakistan. I think a lot of people of the perception, they describe Pakistan as having some roads. Yeah, he's taking wickets. He's box office, and he's won. I've got him in my squad. They're only playing once week one, but I've already got him in my squad. The other player really excites me, hence this vintage New Zealand shirt, is Michael Bracewell. So this guy's family has a cricketing history in New Zealand, and he used to be a wicket keeper. He's about 31, 32 now, and he's taking on spin bowling. Now, he has played 119 T20 matches, and he averages 30 with the bat. I think the strike rate is about 133, and he averages 15 with the ball. Now, that's from, I think it's 35, 42 wickets games, because he was a wicket keeper. So you could say that sample size is still smallish. Economy rate 6.7. When I looked at those numbers initially, I had to double, triple check. So he averages 30 with the bat, 15 with the ball. The economy is 6.7. Now, I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, where did those numbers come from? They come primarily from New Zealand domestic cricket, okay? But I don't think anybody else has numbers like that in New Zealand domestic cricket. Now, this guy made an excellent 150 against India in a losing cause, and I get the impression he played a little bit in the IPL, and I think he went in at 3 one time. He benefits from being maybe a little bit down the order, and he's not a player who's going to suffer because his team are 40 for 4. He's probably going to step up in that kind of scenario. And if we compare Bracewell with, for example, Glenn Maxwell, who's another off-spinning batter, I know he's opened a lot. And of course, the argument I'm saying Bracewell's numbers come from New Zealand smash or whatever it is. Maxwell may even have opened the batting a lot for Melbourne Stars, I think. But he's 155k, averages 27, strike rate 150 odd. Bowling is averages 30. He's box office player, but I know a lot of people, some people said, the county championship is difficult to get the team in squad in your budget. And I thought, it's okay. But of course, the argument would be that I don't even really have a batting lineup. I do think the T20 Blast is a lot tougher, but that's a good thing because you're going to spread out the players, people not necessarily having the same teams. So, maybe you're desperate to have Maxwell amongst many other top quality players, and you can't because he's 155k and you've got Afridi who's 166k. Well, Michael Bracewell at 119k I think is an extremely decent shout at Worcestershire. Yeah, okay, he'll play enough matches, not going to come off all the time, but I think he'll score quick runs. I think he'll hit sixes. I think he'll take the odd wicket. He's due to captain my side in the opening round, so I mean, I hope this one comes off. I was fortunate enough to spend a year in New Zealand a decade or so ago. A beautiful country. It's probably not how I should base my selections on, but yeah, Michael Bracewell, Shaheen Shah Afridi. I mean, these guys are really crying out to me, and Benny Howell in my team. So yeah, just wanted to go into a bit more detail about those. Hope you're looking forward to the Blast. Hope you've got your squad together. Probably going to be fiddling around for the next couple of weeks. Hope your county championship efforts are going far better than mine. I know I'm mid-table mediocrity, and here I am preaching to you about who to select. But I did finish 222nd last year in the T20 Blast. But as with the county championship and the Cricketer magazine, I'm sure there'll be a lot more players. So a lot more directors of cricket, a lot more competition, a lot more people who know their stuff. But I'm hoping to restore some credibility. I'm even planning on selecting some actual batters for my county championship side next week. I've lost faith in Tom Lamombe, just like I lost faith in Daniel Bell Drummond. My batters have got 1/2 century between them. Anyway, this was meant to be a T20 Blast video, not a county championship sob story. So yeah, there you go. There's 3 players for you. Thank you very much for watching. This might be the longest video I've posted now because I've carried on rambling. How's that?